Good evening, Richmond County, and welcome to your Monday edition of Live at 5. I'm Matt Harrelson. The mayoral torch will be passed in the next election, and one man has decided he wants to carry it. Adrian Robson told the RO on Friday that he intends to file to run for mayor in Richmond County's northernmost town in July. Current Norman Mayor Kenneth Broadway has said that he will not run again. Starting Norman Fest 10 years ago is Broadway's personal biggest accomplishment since becoming mayor in 2011. Broadway also worked to try to get a retail store, either a Family Dollar or Dollar General, in the small town, calling Exit 35 the gateway to Richmond County. The town just held its second annual Chicken Pickin' Music Jamboree, another effort to bring people to Norman. Robson said he admires everything Broadway has done in his time as mayor. He said he would like to make those events even bigger and bring more tourism to the town, which only has 51 registered voters. Originally from Rockingham, Robson recently moved to Norman, where his father's side of the family is from, after living in nearby Ellerby for the past several years. Robson said he first became interested in politics in the 7th grade and served in student government throughout school. His real inspiration for getting involved, he said, was working on Senator Tom McInnes's first campaign. If elected, Robson said he would like to hear ideas from residents and make them happen, as well as work with county leaders to make the town better. A Richmond County man was killed Thursday morning in a 3-vehicle collision in South Carolina. The Marlboro County coroner on Friday identified the victim as 51-year-old Jeffrey Covington of Rockingham. Citing the South Carolina Highway Patrol, WMBF reported that Covington was driving a wood chip truck south on South Carolina Highway 79 Thursday morning when he came up on a garbage truck stopped for a pickup. Covington was unable to stop in time and veered into the northbound lane, colliding with a dump truck. The coroner said Covington was killed on impact. Creative themes filled the parking lot of the Cole Auditorium on Friday as individuals, businesses, and groups came together in Richmond County for Relay for Life's 18th annual fundraiser. Although each theme may have differed, there was one thing they all had in common: to help in the battle against cancer. Relay for Life is the world's largest fundraising event for cancer, which first began in the United States. The inspirational event brings people together who have battled cancer, are still battling cancer, and to remember loved ones who've lost the battle. The opening ceremony honored all who had been affected by cancer. The survivor/caregiver walk began at 6:30 p.m. as each person stepped out onto the track to walk the lap of life. Luminaries bordered the event in remembrance of loved ones and friends. The luminary ceremony began at 9 p.m. and the closing ceremony was held at midnight. When the survivors were called to walk their lap, the crowd cheered loudly as each one gracefully walked the lap of life. The caregivers were next to walk. Then the teams lined up afterwards, with Cascades leading the way as 2018 Relay for Life's Team of the Year. All right, when we return, we've got your Live at 5 weather report. What is the weather looking like as we get closer to Epicenter? We'll let you know right after this. At Richmond Community College, we can prepare you for a high-skill, high-paying career in a variety of fields. We are always developing new courses and programs in response to the communities we serve. We offer day, evening, and online courses, and you can now complete 7 curricular programs entirely online, including our university transfer degree. At Richmond Community College, we believe in helping you prepare for a better life. Richmond Community College, local college, big impact.
Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts is an occasional shop located at 122 South Hancock Street in Rockingham, North Carolina. We are open the first weekend of each month, Thursday through Saturday. We strive to offer unique selections of vintage, antique, handmade, and new goods. Each month we'll fill the shop with hand-picked home decor, furniture, and gifts. If you are looking for something out of the ordinary, then we're the place for you. You can find the shop dates and hours on our website at willowtreeantiquesandgifts.com. We would love to see you during our next occasional shop dates.
Today's Live at 5 weather report is brought to you by McNair Auto Sales, and it's a nice and warm day. It's a little bit cloudy, but looking into going further into the week, starting with tomorrow, it's also going to be cloudy, mostly sunlight, and it's going to be in about the 80s. So Fayetteville will have a high 81. Low 62, Lumberton the exact same. Then we have Rayford, high of 80, low 61. Laurinburg will be the same as Lumberton and Fayetteville with the high 81, it's low 62, just like Bennettsville as well. And then going closer to us, we have Southern Pines with a high 60, or it's a high of 80, low 62. Ellerby is going to be the coolest area with a high of 79 and a low 60. Then we have Rockingham with a high 80, low 60, and Wadesboro high of 80, low of 62. So it's going to be in the 80s for the most part for tomorrow. And then going on to the 7-day forecast. Like I said, tomorrow is going to be high 80, low 60, cloudy for the most part. Wednesday is also going to be kind of cloudy with a high of 83 and a low of 62. Thursday, high of 82, low of 63. And then we have the Epicenter this weekend. It's finally here. Unfortunately, it looks like there may be some thunderstorms this weekend. We're not sure what's going to happen with Epicenter, if it's still going to go on or not. But Friday, we'll have a 50% chance of thunderstorms with a high 79, low 66. Saturday, a 40% with a high 81 and a low 65. Then we have Sunday, high of 80, low 66 with a 50% in the morning and no chance of thunderstorms that evening. And then Monday has a 100% chance of thunderstorms in the morning, no chance in the evening with a high of 78 and a low 59. So hopefully this weekend the thunderstorms don't actually happen. That hopefully it's a false alarm and we can continue with the Epicenter. Hopefully we can continue anyway. But other than that, that's it for your Live 5 weather report. When we return, we got your RO Sports update, so stay tuned.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
A pair of 5-run innings was all it took for the Richmond softball team to repeat as the Sandhills Athletic Conference Tournament champions. The number 1 Lady Raiders hosted number 3 Lumberton High School on Friday and mercy ruled the Lady Pirates 10-0 in 5 innings. An outburst of scoring coupled with 3 home runs allowed Richmond to defend its tournament title. In the 2 seasons that the SAC has been in place since realignment, the Lady Raiders have won both conference tournaments. The run rule victory marked the 7th time in the last decade that the Lady Raiders had done that against Lumberton. It also redeemed a loss to the Lady Pirates in the last meeting, Richmond's first conference loss in nearly 3 seasons. Richmond will now wait for the North Carolina High School Athletic Association to release its playoff brackets. Coach Wendy Wallace said she hopes to land the number 1 overall seed and says she's not sure if her team will land in the East or West region. The Lady Raiders are currently ranked as the NCHSAA's number 1 overall 4A team. Last year, Richmond was number 1 in the West bracket and received a first-round bye. Playing in its 3rd straight conference tournament championship game, the number 2 Richmond soccer team pushed number 1 Pinecrest to its limits in Friday's showdown. Although Richmond would come up on the wrong end of a 5-1 score in the SAC tournament championship, head coach Chris Larson noted how proud he was of his team's efforts against the tough Lady Patriots team. Richmond had a chance early in the 21st minute with both teams still scoreless. Senior Julia Bornhorst took a corner kick and banged a shot off the corner of the crossbar, just missing. Freshman Caitlin Huff also attempted a corner kick in the first half that just tricked wide of the net before the Pinecrest defense cleared it. Despite falling for the 3rd consecutive year to Pinecrest in the conference title game, Larson said his team, quote, played with a great attitude and hopes the hard-fought performance will serve as a momentum builder for the state playoffs. In the 2 regular season meetings between Richmond and Pinecrest, the Lady Patriots outscored Richmond 18-0 in a pair of mercy rule wins. As the NCHSAA prepares their brackets, Larson said a home game in the first round looks likely. He also said there's a slight chance the Lady Raiders will have a first-round bye. Today will kick off the second round of the Southeastern Middle School Athletic Conference baseball playoffs, while the softball championship will be held on Wednesday. The Rockingham softball team cruised through its first two playoff games to make its way back to the SEM SAC Championship. Head coach Morgan Davis and the Lady Rockets bounced number 6 East Hoke in the first round before upsetting number 2 rival Hamlet 6-3 last Wednesday. Rockingham and Hamlet will meet on the baseball diamond today with a chance to play in the championship game on the line. The number 2 Rockets and head coach Jamie McDonald haven't played since before spring break, and Hamlet just edged number 6 Anson Blue 5-4 in the opening round last Thursday. Kane Hunsucker recorded the walk-off infield single in the 7th inning. Rockingham run-ruled the Red Rams 13-3 in the only other meeting between the two teams this spring. First pitch is set for 4 p.m. in Rockingham. The final Richmond County team to advance past the first round was number 5 Ellerby Middle School. Alan Adami's Wildcats handed Anson Orange an 8-4 loss behind a Bryson Goodwin complete game in the opening round. It's the first time since 2015 that Ellerby has made it to the conference semis and defeated Carver Middle School in that season's playoffs to advance. Ellerby will visit number 1 Carver today. And that's going to do it for another edition of Live at 5. Be sure to stay up to date on all of the latest in Richmond County by going to richmondobserver.com or by downloading the free RO app for your mobile devices. And if you haven't already, go check out the RO Sports Network's coverage of the inaugural Henson Lake Disc Golf Tournament hosted by the Richmond Young Professionals right now on demand on all RO platforms. For the Live at 5 crew, I'm Matt Harrelson. Thanks for watching and have a good night, Richmond County.